entertainment media is on the ropes. Even late night is failing. People are watching TikTok. Yeah, 100%. I was hanging out with a friend of mine who I used to work with at TMZ. He now works for another site. I forget. He's doing some kind of management, like biz dev, I think. But we were talking about, it's like, yeah, he pointed to me. He's like, you're the reason we're all dying right now. It's like people like you talking about entertainment news on TikTok and being these individual people. Like, these companies can't survive anymore. The cost of entry, the cost of starting it up is too expensive. The overhead is way too expensive. Entertainment news is all about influencers now. It's about individual influencers. It's not about companies. It's not about these media entities. And I think that's why it's so important for people to understand media literacy and understand the playbook of entertainment journalism, because you'll see a lot of these people, like I see all of these companies on Twitter and Instagram that are supposed, entertainment news outlets. And I'll look at them. I forget, there's a couple like pop. They always have pop in the name. And they'll have like hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of followers. And they won't have a website. They won't have any information about who it's run by. Nothing. It'll just be social media first. And I don't even know if they're making any money off of any of this stuff. They're just doing it for the sake of doing it, which is another reason that these companies can't survive. Because it's a lot of times just some random person who's acting as a content aggregator and taking these articles and republishing them. Not that that's any different from what most places do anyway. But they're doing it with rumors. And they're not linking to sources. They're not saying who said it. They're just saying it. I just saw an article recently, or not an article, sorry. See, I said it. It was a post this one person did about how Amazon Prime is now doing, they're testing out doing a low-cost cell phone service that would be associated with Amazon Prime. No source, no idea where the rumor started, didn't link to anything, just said it's a rumor. And I was like, how the fuck are you guys? It's like random pop culture social media page. Like, yeah, you guys are the insider about the inner workings of Amazon, one of the top 3 biggest companies on the planet. You guys have the inside scoop. For sure, yeah. That makes sense. And so these people will get caught up in the views and the likes, and they'll realize that there's no real consequence for this, because it's all rumors. There's really no consequence for it. It's like, congratulations, you discovered what tabloids have known for 30, 40, 50 years, whatever, that you can just make this shit up and it gets clicks. Congratulations. We're back where we started. But yeah, so that's what kills me. And it's like, so many times I'll see misinformation, or I'll see something and be like, I know why they think this. It's because they misread this quote, misinterpreted it, because they don't have significant, I don't even say background in journalism, like you don't need a degree or anything, but they lack the experience to understand what you can and cannot say, and what people, like what you can actually extrapolate from people's statements. Like if you're making like insane false arguments, sometimes it'll go viral enough for the wrong reasons and they'll end up taking it down. But 90% of the time, it just exists. And then, because it gains enough traction, then the more reputable sites have to make articles about it, talking about how it's not real. And then what does that do? It links to that original post, and it doesn't matter if it's real or not, they get exposure. So it's this gross machine of misinformation, and the only real way to combat it is with media literacy. And knowing that when you see that, like I can look at these articles and say, okay, I can see there's no source. They're not claiming where they got this information. It doesn't make any sense that these people of all people would be the insiders. Like you see that with Disney stuff all the time. Everybody has like a friend who works at Disney, and they're writing articles about like inside Disney thoughts and stuff. And it's 99.9% of the time it's just wrong. Because again, like even with reputable outlets, they have to deal with this fact of that a lot of times people will just say bullshit because they want to look like they're in the know. It happens all the time. It happens in the government too. That's where 90% of leaks come in. It happens in the gaming industry, music, movies, TV, everything. So again, the only way to combat this is as an audience, our individual media literacy needs to be at a certain level.